Hey there! Have you been wanting to just improve your voice? Maybe to be able to sing on the worship team or to lead in a group of worship? Maybe you just want to improve your voice to feel more confident singing and more comfortable. Whatever the reason, I want to share with you some practical steps that you can take right now. This might sound super obvious, but it's really important. Just sing a lot. That's going to improve your voice. Because after all, your voice is a muscle. And so the more you sing, the stronger that muscle will get, and you'll sing and sound better. If someone were to ask you just how you could get better as a runner, for example, you'd probably just tell them, hey, just get out and run, right? Same thing with singing. If you want to improve your singing voice, sing more. Sing in the shower, sing in the car, sing in your room, sing to your favorite artist, just sing a lot. Now, to take that one step further, pro tip, try to become more self-aware as you sing, and this will help so much more than just kind of mindlessly singing. Try to become aware how things feel when you sing. Try to be self-aware whether you're hitting the right pitch or not, and listen with your voice in relation to what you're listening to, for example. Become more self-aware as a singer, and this will help so much in improving your voice. Take voice lessons. I would recommend this to anyone wanting to improve their voice. This is probably the best way to improve your voice, is to just take voice lessons. Your voice is an instrument. It really is. Your voice is an instrument. So it's just inside of our body. So if you want to improve that instrument, take lessons from someone who knows how to work with that instrument. If you were to want to learn how to play piano, for example, you probably wouldn't just sit down at the piano and think, voila, I can learn how to become an amazing pianist on my own. You're going to think, oh, I need to take some piano lessons, right? Automatically you would think that. Well, why don't we think that with voice, right? Voice is also an instrument. So we need to take lessons. There's a proper way of singing, a correct way of singing, and there's a not so correct way of singing. And if you get on the right track and sing a lot with using the correct techniques and singing in the correct way, that's just going to help you improve so much more than if you didn't take lessons. You might be wondering now, how should you find a teacher, or what does a good teacher look like for singing? Let me share that with you. When you're looking for a voice teacher, you should look for someone who's actually studied voice. Not just for anyone who can sing, but someone who's actually studied voice so they actually know how to work with their instrument. 2, you should look for a teacher who has multiple years of teaching experience to ensure that they actually are a good teacher. And 3, you should look for someone who is actually a professional singer, ideally. Someone who actually works as a singer. And so if you find someone with those 3 qualifications, you probably will find a good teacher. Now, it doesn't mean that that teacher will automatically mesh well with you, and it's okay to take a lesson from multiple teachers. But I wouldn't recommend hopping around to different teachers, because that's just not gonna get you anywhere. Once you find a teacher, stick with them and just learn as much as you can from that teacher. So take lessons. Join a choir. This might seem kind of counterintuitive. How would joining a choir help your voice? But believe me, it does. So when you join a choir, you're going to become more self-aware of yourself, and you're going to have to listen louder than you sing. And that's a really important thing for singing. Often as beginning singers, we're just stuck in one way. We just sing and we kind of ignore everything else. But that's actually not the best way to sing, because then if you're making music with people, that means that you're not actually singing a line with them. You're kind of in your own world, and you don't want to do that. Believe me, you don't want to do that. So if you join a choir, this is going to help stretch you in the ways of actually being able to listen to those around you, those people next to you, those people in front of you, and you're going to have to try to match with them. You're going to have to, of course, sing in tune with them, sing in the right rhythm with them. You have to follow the musical director. And so all these things will immensely benefit you and help you to improve your voice. Listen to good singers. I actually didn't even realize how important this was until I went to college and started studying voice. And I realized that I actually hadn't been listening to that great of singers growing up. And because of that, my vocal model, or how I thought people sang, was actually not as good as it could have been, because I only listened to certain types of music. So I want to advise you to listen to a multiple genres and then listen to the critically acclaimed good singers within those genres. Because it's easy to just stick with the music you like, and it might be that the singers you're listening to are actually not that great of singers. So if you listen to multiple different styles of music and to the specifically good singers within those styles, it'll help inform you of what a good singer actually sounds like. And you'll actually pick up on things. Even without knowing it, sometimes you pick up on things about what they do and how they sing that then start kind of seeping into the way that you sing, and it really changes and helps a lot. It's kind of funny because originally I didn't really like Pavarotti as a singer. I thought his voice didn't sound that great. I just didn't like it, which I know is crazy, but it wasn't until I started studying voice and started listening to good singers. I listened to Pavarotti and I was like, wow, he is amazing. He sounds so good. He's such a good musician. And I just started learning from his recordings. And it just benefited me so much as a singer to listen to him and to just grow from him and even other good singers. So I would encourage you to listen to good singers, even outside of your favorite genres of music. So take an online course. Taking an online course can really benefit you by it'll provide quality material that's presented in a step-by-step way to help you improve as a singer. So, I mean, we've all watched plenty of YouTube videos, I'm sure. And there's nothing wrong with watching YouTube videos. It's a great way to learn stuff. But the downsides with watching YouTube videos is that oftentimes there's nothing that gives you a steady progression in how you should learn. You just kind of get little clips from here and there, and oftentimes you end up more confused than when you started. Also, specifically with voice training, so many people have different terminology for very similar vocal principles. And when you're hearing this terminology that seems different, it can be really confusing in knowing how to approach your voice. So it's really helpful to take a vocal course, which is just structured exactly how you should be learning and how you should work on different technique, and get it from one source so that you have the same terminology that's used throughout the whole thing. So taking a vocal course can be really beneficial. If you're interested in an online course, we actually have a voice mini course that goes through the first few lessons that I would normally teach to my private students, and that's free, and that's in the link in the description. Feel free to check that out. Hopefully that might be helpful to you. We also have a full vocal course. Depending on when you're listening to this, it might already be available, but go ahead and look into the link in the description to at least get on the wait list for that, and hopefully that could be a useful resource for you. So I hope these tips were helpful to you and just figuring out how to start improving your voice and how to go about it. If you have any other questions, just let us know in the comments. We'd be happy to answer those questions. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel, smash that like button, and I hope to see you in the next video.